Playing Freedom Wars for the first time since E3 reaffirmed why I'm so incredibly excited about it. It takes a page from the Monster Hunter formula, a formula other popular Vita games like Soul Sacrifice and Tukaiden have attempted to mimic, but it does so in novel and unique ways. Freedom Wars is granular, deep, and fun to play. If you're not familiar with the game, let's catch you up. Freedom Wars is a Vita-exclusive game from Sony-owned Japan Studio, in collaboration with Japanese developers Shift and Dimps. It sold over 350,000 copies in Japan, making it a huge hit for Sony's fledgling handheld. The game revolves around prison cities called panopticons, and your player, along with everyone else around you, is strapped with insane million-year prison sentences for relatively minor offenses. Prison sentences encouraged by overpopulation. By completing tasks for the state, however, you can lessen your sentence down to 0, gaining your freedom. We were able to play 4-player ad hoc with one another, but you can also play online with others around the world. And if you want to play alone, Freedom Wars supports intelligent AI bots that will accompany you on missions. Better yet, online leaderboards should keep things competitive, with leaders striving for higher spots amongst their friends. What stuck out to me immediately was Freedom Wars' insane levels of depth. Much of what you do outside of missions is coordinated from your barren jail cell, a cell with only a bed and a screen showing the propaganda-spewing teddy bear, Percy Propa. Your character, aptly known as the Sinner, has a butler-like companion called the Accessory, and you can customize both characters' looks. You can also equip them with all manner of weapons, including both a melee weapon and a firearm, various augmentations, and more. You will control the Sinner in battle, the AI will control your accessory companion. Of course, gameplay is what's most important, and there, Freedom Wars shines. Once you accept a mission, you'll be thrust into a variety of different maps spanning from dungeon-like areas to industrial locales to barren deserts and everywhere in between. You'll fight plenty of fodder on these maps, but it's the massive monsters occupying each that are of the utmost importance. Felling these creatures, called abductors, will allow you to rescue captured citizens from nearby panopticons, which further lessens your prison sentence and gives you access to special items and abilities. What's so cool about combat in Freedom Wars is its verticality. Using a hookshot-like item called the Thorn, you can span a map vertically just as easy as you can span it horizontally. Better yet, the Thorn allows you to mount and strike these huge monsters, climbing atop them and hitting them in their weak spots. You can even use your Thorn to pull abductors to the ground, leaving them susceptible to getting beaten up by all your friends. Combining these Thorn attacks with melee strikes allows you to create devastating quick-moving combos. Throwing in shots from your firearm allows you to keep your distance. You can even use special weapons like grenades and other types of explosives to supplement the damage you deal. When you complete a mission, Freedom Wars' true level of granularity rears its head yet again. You're rated with up to 6 stars, earning more powerful items and components the better you do. You can then use these items to create new weapons and gear, or augment already existing ones. Or you can do something called Donate for the Greater Good, which means destroying the items in return for experience points and more years shaved off your sentence. There's a careful balance you have to strike between these two. Cooler yet, the experience points you earn allow you to unlock new entitlements, which is literally the act of buying your rights. You'll have to buy the right to leave your jail cell at will, stay away from your accessory on the battlefield, and just about everything else. Entitlements are expensive, but they're necessary. You'll even be tethered to the items and weapons you can use by entitlements you have. And more entitlements will be available to you as you work your way higher up the Panopticon's 8 levels, climbing towards the top. In other words, there's a lot to manage both in and out of combat in Freedom Wars, but that's what makes it so appealing. Freedom Wars launches in the West exclusively on PS Vita on October 28, 2014. It comes packing fully translated text, the original Japanese voice acting, and a whole lot of content for single-player purists and multiplayer fans alike. Keep it tuned to IGN before the game launches for our full review.